Hi everyone. Hello. Let's wait for all people join us. My name is Natalie. Today I will be the host of this webinar. I'm from PRNEWS.io team. PRNews is the sponsor content marketplace that helps with the press coverage in media worldwide. Entrepreneur, Forbes, Bloomberg, Yahoo Finance, all in one platform to broadcast your news and articles in media worldwide. Today, our guest is Catherine Grudina. She's an Instagram coach and famous blogger of the Northern Europe. Will share tips and ideas how to promote your business through social media. Hi, Catherine. How are you doing today?
Hi, Natalie. I'm doing great. Thank you. Really excited
You
to
look
share.
amazing. You look
Thank
amazing
you.
today.
Thank you so much.
I hope you can share your tips and experience on how to promote business through social media. Let's start. Good luck.
Thank you. Let's start. Okay, I'm going to share the presentation. Um, Wait a second. So, hello, everyone. I'm really happy to be here today. And I was given the great opportunity from the PRNEWS.io to talk about the topic I feel really passionate about, that I really, really love. But before that, I was also suggested to a bit introduce myself and to share with you my journey, how I built the agency from the scratch during the past 2 years. Um, my name is Catherine Grudina. I'm founder and CEO of 9 to 5 Agency. Our mission is to help businesses to grow on Instagram and make money using Instagram platform correctly. Um, so, how I came to this point that I became a founder and CEO, because actually, even 2 or 3 years ago, I couldn't imagine myself being in this position. Everything came very naturally and organically. I was studying abroad and living abroad for a couple of years. I was also writing for a Cosmopolitan magazine. I was working on a TV because I'm a TV journalist by my education. And when the corona happened, I had to come back to Estonia. And then I realized that, okay, I have no job here, I have no career, I have no network. And I was like, okay, how I supposed to make money and what I should do? So I started running my own blog. And I was mainly focusing on visual content. I would say that I was one of the first people in Estonia who started promoting, this good, beautiful, aesthetic visual content. So I was doing this for my own blog, and then people noticed this, and I started to receive many requests in my DMs on Instagram, like okay, Catherine, can you make the same content for my blog or for my businesses? And I saw so big demand from businesses and from other experts and other bloggers that, okay, this is a good niche. I should make more this kind of iPhone content shooting. Then I got my first client with whom we were running his Instagram page. Then I had more and more and more clients, and I realized that I need a team. So here I am right now. I'm having a team. We're successfully promoting other blogs, other businesses on Instagram. We are bringing them clients, we're bringing them leads, and I think we're doing a great job. So today I'm going to talk to you about social media marketing and how it can help businesses to grow online. So, why social media is important for business marketing? The purpose of every business is, of course, as you might know, making money. If the business is not making money, it's not really a business, it's more a charity thing. So, social media is great tool for that. It might be not as straightforward, but it will definitely influence your business sale. And Instagram can really, really help you to earn more, to have more clients, to have more clients database, to have more leads, and to sell your goods, products, or services. Here is what you can do through social media. First, connect with potential clients directly. Sell products and services online, reach your target audience, increase brand awareness so more people can find out about your brand or know more about your brand, which is very important because sometimes I see that businesses or experts are neglecting this brand awareness thing, but this is really, really important. Build your email list. Let's not forget about this very powerful marketing tool as email marketing, and Instagram can help you to make your email list much more. Conduct market research and conduct your competitor analysis. And the last one, competitor analysis, is very important topic in social media, and today we're gonna talk about this more deeply. There are two common questions that I receive quite often from my clients, from friends, or from people who want to run their own blog on social media, Facebook or Instagram. And my answer always is both, if you have budget. The thing is, of course, the audience in Facebook and in Instagram is a bit different. For example, Facebook is for more kind of older audience, and Instagram is for more younger audience, even though right now the range of the age on Instagram is different than it was before. But for example, my mom, she mainly uses Facebook, but she also has an Instagram. So if you're using both platforms, you are just covering wider audience. So I always recommend to use both. And it's really important to tell that Instagram is fourth most used platform in the world. If I remember correctly, first, second, and third place is dedicated to YouTube, Facebook, and WhatsApp, and then comes Instagram. So you can see that there is no such a big gap between Facebook and Instagram. So yes, you should go and sell your services and products to Instagram as well. How many people around the world are using Instagram? I'm going to share the number with you, and you guys will be so much impressed. And I hope after seeing this number, you will have no doubt that you should use Instagram on its fullest, because the number of people using Instagram is 1.44 billion. And I think this is impressive. And another common question that I receive is Instagram a B2B or B2C platform oriented? For those who might not know what does B2B or B2C mean, B2B is business to business. So for example, my agency, we're mostly oriented to B2B, like to businesses, because we're selling their services for other businesses. And B2C, it's business to customer. For example, it might be clothes, it might be, I don't know, if you're a hairdresser, you're B2C oriented. If you're a restaurant, you're B2C oriented as well. So people asking me, is it better like for B2B or B2C oriented? And the answer is that for both, because the truth is that both B2C and B2B organizations can use this social network to connect with the customers and promote their product services. So yeah, if you have a restaurant, or I don't know, if you're a hairdresser, if you're selling products or services, no matter are you B2C or B2B, Instagram is suitable for both. And I have prepared some interesting statistics for you that I want to share to convince you once again that Instagram is a great place for promotion. Um, why I'm focusing so much in kind of promoting promotion in Instagram, because this is might be like third common question that I receive from clients or whatever. Not like a question, but I see a lot of doubts in people's eyes when they are considering Instagram as a platform for promotion. So 90% of Instagram users follow at least one business. And this is impressive. It's very like convincing number. So this business might be your business. And of course, there are potential customers, potential clients on Instagram that might be interested in your brand and in your services or products. 50% of people use Instagram to discover new brands, products, or services. 44% of people on Instagram use Instagram to shop weekly. So here is important to say that Instagram is not only the platform to see beautiful pictures or to see beautiful videos or to communicate with your friends. This is also a great market for shopping, and people are really buying products and looking for products and services on Instagram. Um, Instagram only introduced its shopping feature around a couple of years ago, but the thing is, it's already taken the e-commerce world by storm. You know this. How you can say, there is like a special tool on Instagram that you might do direct shopping. So you don't need to go to the business account, then tap on the link in their bio to go to their website. You can purchase goods and products straight from the Instagram. And this is very good because the time that the customer spends for buying your product is shorter. So there is more possibility that your followers will buy if you have this separate feature on Instagram when you can see when people can see the list of products that you sell. And 36.2% of B2B decision makers use Instagram to research new products and services. And this is the answer for the question, is Instagram more B2C or B2B? No, it's for both. And even B2B decisions are being made on Instagram. Okay, so we know the numbers. I think I convinced you that Instagram has a great potential to grow, to earn, to build brand awareness. So, how to promote businesses on Instagram, or what to start with? Strategy. Strategy is very important thing if you want to go to Instagram. Every house needs a basement, a good basement. So does Instagram page. You should do a proper work before going to Instagram, because this is a very common mistake when a brand realizes that, okay, I'm going to go to Instagram to promote my services or goods, and they're just randomly starting posting some stories, some pictures, reels, I don't know, connecting influencers to ask for promotion, but there is no strategy behind it. So you might lose a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of like energy and human resource if you haven't done your homework, if you haven't done a proper strategy. And the proper strategy is, first, target analysis. As a business owner or as an expert or as a blogger, you should know who is your target audience. What is your audience pain points? what are the triggers, why they should follow you, or how they are making the decision to buy your product. Yeah, so you should investigate your audience very, very deeply. Second one is product analysis. Of course, you should know, like, for 100% the product that you are selling. Again, weak points, why your product is better than your competitors' products, and etc., etc. And the first step is competitor analysis. This is my favorite, one of the most interesting and favorite things during the strategy building. You should really analyze your competitors, and I have noticed that many people are skipping this part. But this is one of the most important part that might give you a lot of answers for the question that, okay, what type of content I should create. So, competitor analysis. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. Yeah, you just need to analyze your competitors' content properly. What I mean by that, I have noticed many times that before launching an Instagram page, people are asking, okay, what type of content I should do? And they're trying to think hard that, okay, how I can make something extraordinary. Then they are realizing their ideas and they see no engagement, no comments, no likes, nothing, but they have spent like a lot of time and effort to create this idea. But the thing is, everything is already created for you. You just go to your competitors' pages on Instagram. You analyze their pages, the type of content, topics that reached more engagement. Yeah, for example, you go to your competitors' page and you see what kind of posts or get more likes, comments, and etc. etc. You write them down and you think how you can adapt their ideas to your account. But you have to steal like an artist. Of course, we are all stealing. Even the Tarantino, while creating the movies, he was stealing the ideas from other directors. But the thing is, no creativity is original, and all ideas are stemmed from other ideas. And there is a way to steal ideas without doing it in a negative way. Yeah. So a lot of people are scared to steal somebody's idea because they will think that people will come and blame them that, okay, you are just copying. But you have to steal it right, because good theft means honoring, studying, crediting, and transforming ideas. And as Pablo Picasso said, art is a theft. So you have to adapt somebody's idea to your brand's philosophy, big idea, positioning, and etc. etc. So, okay, we have done target analysis, we have done product analysis, and we have analyzed our competitors. What's next? We call it account packing, and by packing we mean bio, highlights, and profile picture. Yeah. So, for example, we will discuss this part on our agency example. The bio or bio. This is very, very important thing, because in the bio you have to put all the key words that describe your business, that describe your service or you as an expert. Because when people will search you, they will tap a keywords in this search tab. So, for example, we have in our bio SMM, visual, reels, design, promotion, ads, the keywords that people are usually using. So you have to find those keywords and integrate them in your bio. Highlights. Highlights is kind of navigation for your clients. So it's important to have the services, the bio with the services, not the bio, the highlight with the services that that you have, who you are, yeah, what do you do, why people should come to you. If it's like if it's a restaurant, for example, you can also have a highlight called navigation or information, or contact, where you can write all the relevant information that people will like search. Um, and I always recommend to have kind of feedback or clients' testimonials attached in your highlights, because this is important thing, important trigger while making a decision to buy your product or to use your services. So always try to keep your clients' testimonials or feedbacks attached in the highlights. And the profile picture. The profile picture should be easy to understand. If there is a text, it should be very easy to read. So, for example, in our agency, we're having this blue circle and just the name of our agency, and it's very easy to see and to realize that, okay, this is this account. After packing your account, we are moving to the fifth part, building a creative vision and strategy. Colors, fonts, elements, all the graphic designs that you are going to use for feed and stories. And you have to pay proper attention to it, because you have to stand out from the others. Yeah, you have to have your uniqueness. For example, in our agency, we agreed that we will have three main colors: blue, silver, it might be darker or it might be lighter, and orange color, just to highlight some stuff. Yeah, so we also have chosen fonts that we're using, and I always recommend to have two, maximum three fonts that you're using, that you can kind of mix to make the content more interesting. But yeah, building creative vision and strategy is very important, because this is kind of face of your brand, or if you're a blogger, it's your face. So pay proper attention to it. After doing this thing, you have to make and develop a rubricator and creatives rubrics. What I mean by that, we're going to discuss this thing on one of our clients' example. So just to avoid the thing when you're like, okay, oh my God, I need to post something today, but I have no idea what I should write about or what picture it might be, or and etc. etc. It's important before running your Instagram page to think about the creatives and rubrics that will appear in your Instagram page, like on a week or daily basis. So, for example, in this La Boulangerie Cafe, we know that every 2 weeks we are having a rubric where we are talking about one of our regular guests. So we're just choosing a guest, we're doing a small interview, and we publish it. Also, we know that once per week we are having a post about wines, and etc. etc. So plan those rubrics, and it will be much easier for you to make and create content. After that, you need to do a content planning. Content planning is kind of, for example, we're doing this in Excel file. It's like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, stories or posts, and then you write the topic that the post or story will be about, and a little bit of description. So it's important to plan in advance, and I always recommend to plan 2 weeks in advance or maybe 3 weeks in advance, just not to feel stressed or nervous that you don't know what you will post next. So planning is the key element of Instagram strategy. After you have made a content plan, we're coming to content creation. What I mean by that is like you're making pictures, you're shooting videos, you are editing reels, you are using a bit of graphic design, and you kind of prepare all the visual things for feed and for stories. Then, of course, we're doing posting. And after that, it's very important to analyze everything that you have done, because without the analyzing, we cannot improve our results, and we cannot understand what have worked better and what have worked worst. So, for example, we are analyzing our results every month in our agency. We're preparing kind of a presentation for the client. We're having a call, and we're telling that, okay, this month we had these numbers, this follower growth or this follower loss. These topics worked best and got best engagement, so we're going to keep them. These topics have worked really, really bad, so we will just remove them and think about other topics. So it's really important to analyze all the work that you have done. And I'm going to be honest, this is my least favorite part, because I like creation more, this creation process more than just analyzing the figures. But yeah, there is no growth without analyzing. So keep it in mind. So, strategy is made. Yeah, content is posted. How to get followers? I'm going to share with you today three tools, three instruments that can bring you new followers and aka new leads or customers. First one is obviously Reels. And it's not a secret that video content is currently promoted much, much better than the photo content. So, for example, on our agency example, we have a bit less than 300 followers, but our Reels might collect 5,000 views. So, this is a huge number. And these views, these people that saw our reels, might then become our follower and our clients. So try to use as much video content as you can, because Instagram is promoting video content much better than just the photo content. And impressions, reach, and engagement rate is much higher in Reels. Second one is influencer marketing. We're using influencer marketing with all of our clients. What I mean by that, for example, you're a cafe or you're a restaurant and you want more people to find out about your place or your product. So you go to followers or to influencers that have, I don't know, even 3K or 5K or 10K followers is a huge audience for you. So you should collaborate with them, because followers have big trust from their audience. And if people see that influencer is promoting something, they want this product as well, or they want this service too. So try to use influencer marketing on its fullest. And for example, here in Estonia, it's working really, really, really good. So yeah, influencer marketing is really, really powerful tool. And ads. Of course, always use ads if you have a budget for this. There are two types of ads that you might use. You might adjust ads from Instagram directly, but we always recommend to do it from the Facebook, from the business Facebook Manager, because it's working better than Instagram, because you can set your target audience details more effectively, and the results surprisingly are much better, accurate, and higher than if you're just adjusting ads directly from the Instagram. But it's important to say that for some businesses, it's possible to do ads straightly from the Instagram. So try both and find what is working better exactly for your niche. And yeah, try to use all of these three instruments that I have mentioned. Let's summarize: influence marketing, ads, um, and reels, to get better results. Because if you're using all the three instruments, of course, results will be much better and higher. But the next question that might come to your mind is how to turn your followers into the clients. The thing is that you need to understand and realize your follower is already your potential client. And this follower is not cold, it's already warm because he or she is following you. So they know at least something about your brand or about your business or about your product and services. Now you just need to sell them your product, yeah, using right content. And here is a very common mistake that I have noticed as well, that, for example, like for example, Instagram page has a huge community. There is like, 5,000 followers, but there are no sales. And the thing is that they are not using the right strategy or the right content to sell. And there are 4 content categories that we use in our agency, and I'm going to share with you them right now. First category of content is promotional. What is promotional content? Promotional content is the content that sells people something. Yeah. So, for example, when you're talking about your services or about the process that people will get by buying something from you, yeah, or what kind of problems this product might solve, and etc., etc. Second category of content is educational, useful content. This is very important instrument to communicate with your audience and to create a good engagement rate. Educational, useful content. For example, how to blah, 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 or 5 tips to blah, 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 blah. And you're kind of educating your audience. You're giving some useful tips, some useful information that people will want to save, yeah, or to share with their friends and maybe use one day. So always have educational, useful content in your content strategy. Third one is entertaining, interactive content. Very important to use as well, because if we're only selling or if we're only giving useful information, it might get boring at some point. So you need sometimes to entertain your audience. So for example, memes or some funny viral clips, yeah, or some vital situations that might just cheer your audience up. Sometimes it's really important to use the interactive content at least once per week, because we all love to laugh. Yeah, we all like, life is sometimes too serious or sometimes too boring or sometimes too complicated, and at the end of the day, after the hard work, we just want to open the Instagram and just have fun. So, and also you can sell the product using the entertaining interactive content. So yeah. And the fourth category is reputational content. Really important. Okay. How many times I already said really, really important. Everything I'm sharing today is really, really important. Reputational content is the content when you are talking about your brand. No matter if it's a business or your personal brand, if you're an expert or if you're, I don't know, a restaurant, no matter what. So, for example, sharing the big idea of your company, your philosophy, your values, your backstage, yeah, of the processes that you're doing. I always also recommend our clients to show their team members, because when the people know and see who is standing behind every business, they have more trust. So I assure you, if you share your team, if you share yourself in your Instagram account, there will be more trust from the audience. People will buy much easier your products, because when we see the face, we trust more. And as I already told, it's important to mix all of those content categories, but promotional content should make up to 40-45% of the total content. Because what? Because we are here to sell. But another common mistake that I see in the Instagram accounts is when brands are only selling. They don't use any other content. They're just selling, 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 selling. And the audience will just burn out and they will unfollow you. So try to find this perfect balance, but promotional content should make up to 40-45% of the total content. What content can create the best engagement? Let's talk about this. Content that people will want to share. It might be something extremely beautiful. It might be something really, really funny or vital or relevant that people will want to share in their stories or send to their friends and laugh together or discuss together. And to create this content, you really need to understand your audience pain points, needs, wants, motivation, desires, triggers, patterns, and etc. This is what we have already talked about. This is your target audience analysis. So from time to time, you still need to investigate your audience, your target audience patterns. It's not like you have done this once before running a page and then you forget about it. No, you have to always investigate and analyze your audience, because it's always changing. I mean, the time is changing, we all change. So at least once per month or once per 2 months, try to reinvestigate your audience behavior.
Strong women for example, never give up. We might need a coffee.
I'm gonna show one of our clients' results. When we just started to work together, we made a reels that is more oriented for a female audience. We just realized that our audience are women who are building their businesses or who are earning money. And it might be sometimes difficult and complicated to stay woman in this world and try to find a balance. So we created the reel that collected almost 65,000 views. I'm gonna show it right now. Just a sec.
Strong women never give up. We might need a coffee. We might need a good cry. We might need a day in bed, but we will always come back strong.
So this is more like a motivational thing. And once we published it, we saw the results and we were like, okay, this is a really pain point for our audience. Let's continue this and let's try to find other ways to create this kind of motivational thing. So recently we have published this reel that is collected. Here is written almost 63,000, but I checked before and it's very close to 100K. So here is it. So yeah, what does every woman need? Brows and cash. So yeah, this is the account of permanent makeup artists. So this is why I'm sharing this, because as I told, it's really important to understand the patterns and the desire of your audience. If you know and understand this, you can create a content that will collect this kind of like big engagement. So another client, for example, this reel that we shared, this is a funny content that I was talking before, like entertaining content. And people were sharing this content a lot, like with their friends. I don't know, but there is no comments, but there are comments actually on their account. So let's watch.
Tonight the music seems so loud. I wish that we could lose this crowd. Maybe it's better this way. We hurt each other with the.
So we made this video. It was, I believe it was October. It was already cold outside, but there were like terraces outside of the cafes and restaurants. And we really love sun in Estonia, even though we have it like very, very little during the year. So if it's possible to sit outside on the terrace, even if it's cold, people will sit outside with the blankets, with their jackets, whatever. So we kind of caught this moment, this point, and they were like, okay, let's make a funny reels about it. And people like really like it. Another reel that collected quite good view numbers in comparison to total follower number that we have, it was Halloween, and we made content for the Halloween.
Trick or treat for Halloween. Better give a treat that's good to eat if we want to keep life serene. Trick or treat.
So it's also important to have relevant content. So for example, now it's Christmas. Try to make something interesting and beautiful for the like Christmas campaigns. If it's Halloween, do some Halloween content because people like it as well. Some of the results, kind of to prove that I know what I'm talking about. This is the numbers that we have in our clients' accounts. Yeah, for example, this, number of like people who saved or number of comments and etc. etc. And you can reach this number as well if you have done your strategy properly. If you know your audience patterns, if you know what your competitors are posting, if you know kind of how to attract people. Yeah. So for example, here we can see that 36,000 non-followers saw the content. And this is the reels. This is why I recommend to shoot as much reels as you want, because as you can, because you can collect and reach more people who are still not following you and make them follow you. So a bit of statistics as well. Reels numbers. So I hope after our session, you will go and shoot and edit and publish your first reel if you haven't done so before. Another question that I keep receiving is, can I run Instagram page by myself or I need to hire a specialist? And of course, I recommend trying to find the budget and leave it up to experts if you want to save your time and save your money. Because this is whole profession and you really need to dedicate time to understand the algorithms, the marketing itself, the Instagram, and etc. etc. So try to hire a specialist in your team or try to use like agency services to just have better and faster results. And at the end of our session, I would like to share with you our 10 do's and don'ts on Instagram. So first, do have a good strategy before launching an Instagram page. Don't only sell, use different of content categories. Do hire SMM specialist or agency for running your Instagram page. Don't cheat by using mass followers or likes or comments and etc. I would like to stop at this slide for a couple of minutes and say what I mean by that. There are still, unfortunately, people who are kind of cheating on Instagram, which is kind of breaking my heart when I say it, because it's first they lie, and how I can trust to the brand or to a blogger or to a business who is lying. How can I buy something from them? if I caught them online. So people still are kind of buying followers or using other platforms or other resources to kind of secretly grow their follower number or to have more likes and comments and etc. This is really bad, and this is really not honest, I think, with the audience. So instead of this, just try to do good content, the content that people will like. Don't buy followers, don't buy likes, don't buy comments. Do it honestly, do this properly, and try to make the content that people will really want to like and comment. Do analyze trends and what is relevant on Instagram at the moment. And it's really important to understand overall what is happening and what is going on Instagram. What are the trends? What is not working anymore? What are the new features that Instagram is integrating? So yeah, you have to be kind of in this field to understand what is going on right now. Don't make customers wait too long in DMs. This is another common thing that I have noticed. That, for example, businesses are growing their community, they are growing their followers, but they don't have enough resource to communicate with the potential customers in DMs. And when a customer is waiting too long for a reply or answer, it's really easy to lose him because they will just disappear and not gonna buy anything again from your brand. So try kind of to hire a special person who will just answer to requests or other questions in DMs. Do invest in your Instagram promotion. Yes, Instagram needs investment if you want it to bring you results. Don't copy, steal like an artist. Take the idea, but always transform it. Do follow consistency and authenticity. Be consistent. It's not enough to post something once a week or even once per 2 weeks. You have to be consistent. And if you, for example, are selling products on Instagram and you do it very, very rare, it's very likely that people will just forget about you. So you have always be like visible, seen. So when people are asking me how often I should post a content on Instagram, I'm telling as much as you can. Of course, don't post like 3 or 4 times per day. This might be too annoying and too much. But at least, I don't know, 3, 5, even 6 times per week is great because people will always see you. They will always keep you in mind. They will always remember you. And they are more likely to buy something from you. And authenticity, a trend on Instagram right now, try to be authentic. For example, me personally, in my own blog, I'm not only sharing, for example, my life when I'm only happy. When I'm unhappy, I can share something as well. I can say that, okay, now I have a bad mood, or I had some bad situations recently, which made me sad, because people are a bit tired of this happy life, which is kind of fake, because you cannot be always happy, and life is like like a roller coaster. So you can always show good moments, share bad moments, and etc. And don't give up too soon. It's really easy. From my personal background, I know what I'm talking about. Sometimes you are doing something, it's not working, and instead of just changing or testing another hypothesis, you're like, okay, whatever, this is just not working, I'm gonna finish. No, test different things, different hypotheses, different rubrics, different variation of content, and you will find out what is working better for you. So I think this is all for today. Thank you for attention. I forgot one thing. I was keeping in mind that I wanted to share at the beginning that this is my first webinar in English. So it's very stressful, but I think I was just too stressed that I even forgot to share that. Yeah, but it was my first webinar in English, and this is why there might have been some mistakes and etc. But I hope all the necessary information I told you. And thank you again. You can follow us on Instagram 9to5.agency or on my personal Instagram Catherine Grudina. I will be happy to see you there.
Catherine, thank you. You did a great job. It was awesome.
Thank you very
Whoa.
much.
Thank you very much for preparing such tons of information and laying it out, because there are a lot of information on the internet, but people do not have time to read it all. And what I've found out that the content planning is the main point, and planning is not my thing. That is why I have 10 followers on my Instagram, my husband, my daughter, my mother, and several online shops. Frankly speaking, I have a big list of questions before you start, but I think that you've answered all of them. But
Okay.
we have several questions from our visitors, and also I have a very stupid question from myself. Blue badge.
Okay.
How to get that blue badge? Can I get it if I'm not a celebrity or some famous person? And will it help to sell if the business account have this blue badge? Will it help to sell and to promote more and more content? How do you think?
Yeah, I believe, of course, it will help to sell more and to have more trust from the audience. So if it's possible to get this blue beige, get it. Yeah, it can definitely influence your reputation and sales level.
Okay, great. So I'll do. My next step would be to submit this application for getting blue badge.
Good luck.
Okay, we have several questions from our guests. Dina is asking, what applications do you use to content creation and to posting? Can you say top 3 and why do you use them?
So the best app that we use for content creation, Canva. You've all, I think, heard of the Canva. You can do almost everything there. This is the great tool. I know some of other content creations are using Figma, for example, but it's a bit more complicated. Canva is much more easier for us. So all the content we're creating in the Canva. For video editing, we are using Video Leap. Great tool as well. There are many different interesting features there. You can do like easy editing or even like harder one. And another one, interesting question. Yeah, basically we're working on Video Leap or Canva. For example, for planning things, we can use Trello or Notion. Yeah, this is for like more planning or analyzing. And you can also use the website called Trend Hero or kind of Popstars to analyze your competitors and analyze which types of content work better on the Instagram account.
Do I understand correctly that all these applications are really easy to use, or are they only for Instagram experts? Is it easy to use?
Yeah, they're very easy to use, like very, very easy. And what I like that, for example, Canva, you can use on your iPhone and on your MacBook. So you can create content from like whatever it's more convenient for you. Maybe I'm gonna take my phone and just check. Maybe there are some other applications that we're using. CapCut. CapCut is good for video editing. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. And also I have a question that Ilya is asking about how to increase the amount of comments on your posts and how to understand which text should you put there, on English only, on your local language, or both, when you would like to promote some goods or services.
Okay, about the language first. It really depends on your target audience. First, before running and launching Instagram page, you need to understand what's your target audience and in what language you're going to communicate? This is actually a very common question in our local market in Estonia because people here are speaking English, Estonian, and Russian. So this is always very complicated to decide with the client what language we will use. I offer and recommend not to use more than 2 languages. But for example, if you're hunting English-speaking people, use English language. Russian speaking, like Russian language, I don't know, Spanish people, Spanish language. So it's very obvious. But for example, here in Estonia, I always recommend to use English language because overall, everybody understand. So, and about the comments, how to have more comments under the post. Create a content that people will want to comment, and always have do the CTA in your text, call to action. You can always remind them to leave a comment, yeah, or ask their question or ask their opinion. So don't be shy to have CTA and ask people to leave comments, because literally sometimes people are just forgetting to do it. Like me personally, I might like the text, I might like the post, but I just forget to give any feedback. And when I see that the author is asking that, did you like this post, give any feedback, I will give feedback.
Yes, or asking for voting, for example.
Yeah, exactly.
Got you. And the last question, if I would like to hire this Instagram coach, Instagram expert, what 3 main questions should I ask him or her?
So always ask how they're doing all the analytical thing, how they are creating strategy. This is already a question which can put a lot of people in an uncomfortable position, because many experts are skipping the strategy part. So ask them how they are going to do the strategy thing and all the analysis. Third question, or second question that you can ask is cases and experience that they had, so they can show you real result, the numbers that they had. And I think it's also important to ask
How much? How much will you charge me?
Yeah, this is actually important. This is important. Yeah. But yeah, I think basically that's it. But
Okay.
it's interesting because like I have a list of questions that I ask, for example, to people that I'm hiring, and now I am a bit lost. I need to find them and to check.
Okay, got you, Catherine. I would like to thank you so much for this very important and very useful webinar. I think that our guests got a lot of information and they can implement it in their future, in their promotion of Instagram, Facebook. Thank you once more. Guys,
Thank
we'll
you
see
for
you.
having me. Thank you.
Guys, we'll see you on our next webinar. Have a nice evening to everyone. Bye.
Bye.